Hi, this is Sarah Stanton. Just wanted to report to you that I went to court this morning and I have to write an essay back and the judge will read it. So, back 5.5 years ago when I went through the first divorce, like divorce all over again, even though it's just a custody battle, I wrote a 38-page dissertation to the guardian ad litem, and he said that I would be the better facilitator parent, so we got shared parenting, and I had parental rights as far as school and all that. So when I moved to Dayton, I wanted to sign him up for Dayton schools. Went down there, but I didn't live here yet, so I used my ex's address, and he had to go down there and sign. But coincidentally, I went to jail that night for the Ryan Holmes thing, and then he signed my son up for Catholic school. And this all started back then in August. And this house, it's not a house. This is an old business. It used to be a store, and it's brick, and it's right here in Wright Dunbar District, which is all new homes all around here. So all new homes, and downtown is that close. That is downtown. And this whole district here is new homes that they're building. And this building right here is brick. And I want to save the buildings like this. They don't make stuff like this anymore. I mean, yes, it's derelict. Yes, it needs work. But all it needs is some tuck pointing and redone. And they're redoing these houses. There's one over there that someone is redoing. It's not finished yet, but it's been sitting there half done. This is William Street and 5th. And this building needs to be saved. If they're building homes here, they could be able to save this building and use it as a store. And everyone says that Dayton's bad. Dayton is not bad. There's a few percentage of people that do some crime because they don't have any jobs. These obviously are going to go. They're wooden. But this building here, the corner of 5th Street and Broadway, 1300 West 5th, this should definitely not be knocked down. I mean, people keep telling me this is going to cost too much and blah, blah, blah. But like I said, these are brick buildings. And brick buildings are a lot sturdier, stronger than another type of building that was wood frame and everything. This is brick. And like the other one that was at the other corner there, it's got the really cool tuck pointing done. This one, the actual brick, is in better shape than the old one we just left. And everything with a Protect on it, they want to demolish. These Protect signs used to be a cold beer and wine store and lots of sandwich shops. And these Protect signs they put on these buildings, that means they want to knock them down. It's like a security sign, but really it's a security to know that that's going to be on the list. Now these types of buildings, they could be reused. Now that's frame, that's different. I say yes, demolish that one. Yes, demolish that one. But if it's brick, my grand's house in England, I swear to God, her house is like 500-600 years old. Because when I was little, it was like 400 or 500 years old, so probably not 600 years, I'm not 100 yet, but, you know, her house is 500 years old, and it's brick, and it's 4 stories. And here's some more houses. That doesn't have a sign on it. But anything I've found that has a sign on it is usually on the demolition list or somewhere in that neighborhood. It's a nuisance property or whatnot. But I don't know why there's not more people trying to save these houses. Here's a beautiful mansion. It's vacant. 236 Broadway. Just sits there. I mean, look at that. Someone could redo that house. Why don't people think about this stuff? That's stucco block like. If it's not wood, the houses will last forever. Trying to save our city. We got this problem. They want to close down the Westwood Center, which services a lot of people in the Westwood area. They have this new school they're building with a community center on 3rd Street, Roosevelt, but it's not ready yet. So we have a year to save the Westwood Center. So if we get some people together that have some ideas, and maybe a non-profit place could help run the Westwood Center so the city doesn't close it and close the opportunity for the children in the neighborhood to have a nice childhood with things to do, with basketball courts, and with a place to hang out. Because every time I go to the Westwood Center, there's kids there. They're polite, they're good kids, and they just need somewhere to play. There's nowhere to play. Where I live off Germantown Street, we don't have any center over here. We don't have anything over here for the kids to do. And they get blamed for everything. Oh, it's a bad neighborhood. And that's another reason my ex thinks he can win custody, because I live off Germantown Street. So he's telling the judge that I live in a bad neighborhood, and he heard gunshots. Well, the gunshots are from the police academy that's located on Guthrie, about a quarter mile behind my house, and that's where they're from. The gunshots only happen in my neighborhood on New Year's Eve, and I can attest to that because I've lived there for almost 4 months now, and I don't hear gunshots unless it's the police academy, and I heard some really good ones on New Year's Eve, and I videoed them to prove that the gunshots are New Year's Eve only. I mean, the police are the gunshots every day. This is not a bad neighborhood. This is the one thing they're doing on the west side this year. They're extending James McGee over to Danner, I'm assuming, because they redid Germantown Street, but they did not redo it. They stopped doing it at Danner. See the road changes? And this is Sunabas here. This is a project that I live by. And so what, ex-husband? Does it matter that I live a mile and a half away from this project? So what? So what? What's that going to do with having my son at my house? It's not like I'm going to be living there. I don't live there. I live close to there. There's nothing wrong with there. It's just a project. It's just people that don't have a lot of money. That's all. So you're going to take my son away? Tell me I can't have my son because I live close to that? We're not at my house yet. See, we're still driving. I do not live close to there. But we don't have any community centers over here. We have churches. They can stay open for the kids. There's really not much to do. So we need to save Westwood Center and save the homes that are brick and the businesses that are brick. It's a bad idea to knock them all down. The brick structures last for a long time. And I'm Robin Hood Realtor for a reason, because I'm tired of these banks and bad investors and corporate-type people robbing the hood of everything. Robbing the herd of Kroger's, robbing the herd of all the stores, robbing the herd of places for the kids to go, robbing the herd of amenities. We have bridges that are closed. We can't even get from point A to point B without going around 2 or 3 bridges that are closed. How much do we got left? We're out of time. Peace out. Oh, there's the library. That's an awesome place. I thought it was going to stop, but there is a library. That's an awesome library. They have a lot of great movies.